were
I
also
mean,
we were just all sitting at the table just smoking, and we all looked over at the same time, and the dog's just up on the damn oven, stealing half the damn pizza. What's going on, y'all? This is Paranoid Grower. I have a special guest, a really good buddy of mine. He's a growmie in the community. This is Jsaw. Hello, Jsaw.
hello, sir. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty fantastic, sir. How you doing?
I'm great. It's my day off, just relaxing, smoking, talking with you, and having a good time.
Damn right. Cool, man. Well, so speaking of that, what are you smoking on today, sir?
I'm smoking on that Rosetta Stone that I grew by Brothers Grimm.
Brothers Grimm, nice.
It was I pulled off about a pound off of it, so that's what I'm going to be smoking for quite some time.
Hell yeah, dude. That's fucking awesome, bro. I'm so jealous. So I'm smoking on Balanced Katuga from Alabrige Genetics.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. So I'm definitely it's a great 1-to-1. I love this shit.
Is that one that we smoked when you were over?
Yes.
Okay, yes. I did enjoy that.
Hell yeah. A few things I'd like to talk to you about is some, you and I have had the pleasure of meeting each other a few times.
Yes, sir.
The first being Hash Bash 2024. Yeah, so something I forgot to mention last time, somebody else that stayed at the house with us was TN Genetics.
Shout out to TN Genetics.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we convoyed up from down here, went up to Michigan and met everybody there at the house.
And that was one heck of a haul for you, though. That's what, an 8.5 hour drive almost?
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah. It isn't as bad when you got good company in the car with you.
Yeah, true that. Hell yeah. Yeah, Terry and I, we've been up together to 2 hash bashes together, and yeah, that first one was rough, but the second time it wasn't too bad. It was a nice drive all the way up there and back.
Yeah, that's kind of the gamble of having an event in April in the Midwest.
I know.
It's 10 different types of weather you're going to get.
Oh yeah, you remember when we first all got there, we went out to go smoke and it started snowing, like how we were sitting out there maybe not even 5-10 minutes, and it just came down snowing. I'm like, what the hell is this?
But it was quick, it didn't stick, and it went away.
True that. Hell yeah. So speaking of Hash Bash, I'd like to know what your experience is from Hash Bash.
It blew my mind, to be honest, because I've never seen anything quite like it. Now, sadly, I missed the actual Hash Bash because I had to go home early to go back to work.
Right.
But just going to the Hash Bash Cup and seeing where Michigan's caretaker market has gone compared to everywhere else in the country, having that open market where you can buy from independent farmers at reasonable prices is phenomenal. But my favorite part was all of us hanging out at the house, smoking each other's, what we've grown ourselves, smoking Badger's hash for the first time. That's unforgettable, even though I had to go away because I couldn't talk for an hour.
That's all I forgot about that.
I got so high when we first smoked that hash that I just had to go to my room and I just was like, fuck, I can't talk. I'm stuck. But yeah, just like you've said, I think that is up there with the highest that I've ever been in my life. Is that
absolutely. Yeah, you get crazy high up there. Just from smoking everybody's stuff. Yeah, it's nice, like seeing everybody's pull out their stuff in jars and everything's fresh and cured, and it's wonderful.
Your blueberry sauce from Green Guy that you grew is still in the top 5 strains I've ever smoked. So I have to give you kudos to that.
Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Well, speaking of the stuff that we smoked each other's, that you brought that purple scoops.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that purple scoops was fucking amazing. Like Badger and I still talk about that shit all the time. I'm like, dude, I want some more of that purple scoops, you know?
I have 3 seeds of it left, and I'm saving them to hopefully do a reversal and make a seed increase of them.
Oh man, that'd be
It's
great.
something I want to keep around. A lot of people have used Rockbud's purple scoops in their own genetics, so I feel like it's something worth trying to keep around.
Yeah, shout out Rock Buds. Some amazing stuff. And then another thing that we had at Hash Bash, we got the jet fuel Badgers cut
Yes.
from that. And you actually have grown that out before, right?
That was my first photo period that I ever grew. I vegged it for far too long,
Right.
so I had to trellis it out like no other. But it converted me to a photo grower for sure. It's a very special plant. I'm glad I kept it around. I've been able to send it. Other people have it now. Yeah, it's a very special plant. Shout out to Rudy and Badger and everyone that's made that happen.
Yeah, absolutely. The other thing I was going to talk to you about was the BBCs.
Oh, the BBCs. I forget what they're called. They're like Ubungo papers.
They're U-bungs, right?
Yes. So Green Guy uses the green ones. Well, I can't buy those. That's Green Guy's paper. So I was shopping for them on Amazon, and I'm like, I'm going to get big black cones. So, I was able to ask everyone if they wanted to smoke my BBCs.
Oh, yeah, dude. That was so awesome. And some, I don't know if I've shared with you since this, but whenever you'd left some of the BBCs left around. So that last day of Hash Bash, we always usually meet up at IHOP in Ypsilanti. I hope I'm saying it right. And after we eat, we all sit out and stand in the back parking lot and smoke in a circle. And I had some of your BBCs. That's what we smoked was your purple scoops and those BBCs.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it was great. And then of course we were playing fetch with Wilma, and yeah, it's an experience.
I have never met in my life such a well-behaved dog.
Oh, I know, right? It was amazing. Shout out Ruder Alistair. You raised an amazing dog.
Because I know my dogs don't listen.
Your dogs are great. What are you talking about? They listen.
My dogs are phenomenal, but my dogs are assholes, and they know it, and I know it, and I've just accepted it and warn everybody when they come over, they are assholes. They're going to jump on you. They're going to steal your pizza off of your plate while you're talking.
Right?
Sorry, Stoney.
So speaking of that, the next time that we did meet up was the meeting of the G's in 2024. That was last month. I'm gonna shout out your wife too. So shout out to your wife for
more than anyone. Shout out to my wife for putting up with my bullshit.
Right.
She doesn't consume whatsoever, and when I told her, I was like, hey, there's going to be, 10 people coming over. I know we don't smoke in the house. She's like, I don't care. One day you guys can all smoke in the house. I don't care. Just keep the cigarettes in the garage. So, she drove an hour just to get us all pizza from Vito and Nick's. So definitely shout out to my wife.
Fuck yes. Thank you so much for going and getting that pizza.
And the Fruity Pebbles cookies at Hash Bash.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, my God. Let me tell you, that messed me up, dude. I kept on, because that was one of the other things that you left at the house. And at the Hash Bash house. I kept on going into the kitchen getting them cookies, man. I couldn't help myself. They were magically delicious.
Even Badger, who doesn't do sweets, doesn't do sugar, was munching on them cookies all weekend.
Yeah, 100%. They were delicious though.
But yeah, the meeting of the G's.
Meeting of the G's. Yep.
It all, it started as just a quick idea of, hey, let's me, you, and Badger meet up.
Yep. That's
And
where it
it
started.
turned into, such a great event of just, all of us friends and being able to get together, meeting people I've been talking to for 2 years, getting the ag members together for the first time.
Right.
Yeah, it all worked out perfect, and it was a pretty perfect day. I was not only downside was going to work the next morning.
Oh, I know, right? But yeah, it worked out. The timing worked out perfect for everybody. The weather actually worked out. I mean, it was raining a little bit. It actually rained the whole way from Badgers to your house. But we made it safely, and yeah, shout out Stony Alpinist and Howling Buds and Back Nine Bandit 420 for showing out, and Back Nine Bandit's wife came out as well. So
absolutely, and everyone's goodie bags that they brought.
Oh my God, I was not expecting that. Like I was just expecting. Whenever I originally came up with this idea, I'm like, let's just meet up and smoke out. Like I wasn't expecting the whole goodie bag situation. I was just like, that's great.
Because I had just harvested, so I had almost nothing in the house to we got to sample some, but most of my stuff was still pure and dry.
Right.
But we did get to fresh press some of the Rosetta Stone and smoke that.
Yes. I'm so glad you brought that up. That Rosetta Stone was amazing, sir. I really enjoyed that.
It was great, and I just can't believe how gigantic that plant got. It ruined the 3 other plants that were in the tent. It took everything over, but it was okay because it came out so well.
Right. Yeah, Jay Saw here grows monsters. I tell you, absolute monsters.
Yeah, between that and the jet fuel, those were both pound-plus plants. So whatever I'm doing is lucky and it's working.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah, whatever you're doing, whatever it works, man, it works. Your stuff is very flavorful. You're getting good yields, or excellent yields, really. Let's be honest. So the pizza. I want to have a pizza debate with you now.
Oh, absolutely. I have. Before I was a DJ, I worked in many a pizza kitchen, so I can talk some pizza.
All right. So your wife graciously brought out that Vito's pizza, Vito's and Nick's, right? And so like the next day, Badger and I and his family, we had Pequods the next day, and it's a different style pizza, all that stuff, man. So what between those 2 restaurants, what's your pick on those?
So when it comes to Chicago pizza, Vito and Nick's style pizza is what we're going to order 95% of the time.
Okay.
And we eat a lot of pizza here, especially in my house. And it's always thin crust, square cut. Some will call it tavern style pizza. When it comes to Pequods or any Chicago deep dish, it's almost like we call that tourist pizza. Like when someone comes into town, like, okay, we'll order a deep dish. But I'll have a deep dish pizza maybe twice a year, where I'll have a lot more thin crust pizza. But what did you think of Pequods? Because that's so much different than any other pizza in the country.
It is absolutely different. I thought Pequods was amazing, sir. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I understand the whole tavern style. I've had tavern style before, but not like that. Like it's very flavorful, Vito's and Nick's. But to be honest with you, I honestly like Pequods better just because how messy and how much like bigger. I mean, I know it had more stuff on it. But,
What did you get on it?
the sausage, but there was like big pieces of sausage. Like it
Oh
wasn't
yeah, just
no.
big chunks of sausage. Yeah,
Yeah, it's insane. And I think we had pepperoni on it as well.
nice.
Um, but yeah, it's that deep dish. It was insane.
What's real cool about them compared to other deep dish is most Chicago deep dish has the dough crust all the way up to the top, where Pequod's uses mozzarella as the crust on the side, and it's a crispy cheese instead of dough.
Oh yeah.
So it's just something that makes it a little unique, and I think makes it even better.
Yeah, I'm definitely gracious that y'all brought that pizza out there for us to try. And your dog's still on the pizza there. we were
I
also
mean,
we were just all sitting at the table just smoking, and we all looked over at the same time, and the dog's just up on the damn oven, stealing half the damn pizza.
well, my favorite was Stoney was sitting there with his plate in his hand talking, and my dog just jumped up on the chair next to him, looked at him, noticed he wasn't paying attention, and just ate his pizza right off the plate and ran.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I forgot about that too. Oh,
Speaking of pizza, when we were at Hash Bash on that first day, I ordered Buddies, the Detroit style pizza, which is kind of like the Vito and Nick's of Detroit style pizza. Is considered, the holy grail.
right.
And that was absolutely amazing as well. Completely different than, again, any pizza you're going to get anywhere else.
Oh yeah. I'll have to try that next time. I don't remember if I tried that or not.
Oh no, you did. It was the very first day we had got there, so a lot of things happened
Yeah, there
from
was a lot
then
of
until
stuff
the
going
end of the
on.
trip.
Yeah, yeah. I just have to like make sure I pay attention this time, not get too high. Be like, oh yeah, I was going to try this pizza.
Yeah, I do. I have the countdown on my phone until the exact moment Hash Bash starts at high noon on that Saturday. We are 68 days and 23 hours as of right now away from Hash Bash.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
Uh,
Yeah. So Hash Bash, you're staying. Where are you staying at this year?
I think it's me, Badger, and Bearded and Chick are all staying at the place that they stayed at last year.
Oh, nice.
So I think that's the plan so far, as long as I can get off of work, which
Oh, yeah.
shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I got vacation scheduling coming up, so I gotta make sure I take off for that. April's a busy month.
I think, for my work, it shouldn't be a problem. I think May and June, every time they're like, yeah, you're not getting any time off of work.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, because that's y'all's busy. Your peak
Yeah.
season. Next subject I want to talk to you about was your garden. What do you have going on?
So right now, today is actually my reset day. I took a break. Right now, all I have going is a green guy tester. But today, I'm cleaning out the tents. I'm pulling out the seeds, trying to figure out what I'm going to do today. Like I'm going to make the decision today, drop all my seeds, and try to get in one big grow before summer, so I don't have to try to fight with the heat in July and August. 99% sure I'm going to grow Badger's Afghan.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to get 2 of those, and I think I'm going to try Green Guy, as I forget what they were called, but it's Super Sun God crossed with Blue Dream. I'm going to grow those next as well.
Hell yeah, dude. Can't go wrong with BGG.
Never. It'll be my first foray into regular seeds. I've only ever done feminized. So
Let's
let's see
hope
how
for
this goes.
females. Unless you're trying to make pollen, then
I am absolutely not.
okay. Yeah. Well, good luck to you, buddy. I hope it works out for you.
Yeah, the pollinating, that'll be my next. I think that's the next step in my like grower evolution. But baby steps.
I understand that, sir. So do you have a local grow shop?
No, you would think I would. Um, there was one local about 15 minutes away. It was a brewing slash hydro shop. When I first started growing, they were there, and it just did not do well enough for the area. They shut down pretty quick. So now I'm forced. Pretty much everything I have to order is online,
Gotcha.
which is okay because Grow Green Michigan is a phenomenal company. That's where I order most of my stuff from.
Nice.
I try to give, mom and pop shops my money before anyone else.
Same.
Sometimes you don't have a choice.
I understand that. That's the same around here. There's nothing local around here. Yeah, so I've been talking about this grow shop for the last 2 episodes, and I hadn't said their name. Their name is Urban Horticulture Supply in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Very knowledgeable, and they have all kinds of stuff there. It's a pretty huge place. They even have that Athena that culture kit.
Ooh, that thing is very interesting. That's a wormhole I would love to dive into someday is tissue cultures.
Yeah, absolutely. So speaking of Athena, you're an Athena grower, is that correct?
Yeah, I when I very first started, I started off with Nature's Living Soil. It worked, but I didn't know what I was doing, so I had made my move into salts. I went to Jack's 321, and then I discovered Athena. And the best tagline I could think of, it just works. I'm very interested in organic growing, but at the moment, Athena just works. And I grow great plants with it, so I can't hate on it.
No, can't hate for you, sir. I've noticed that whenever you're using that Athena, it works wonders. I've seen those amazing pictures that you put up online on Discord and Instagram.
They get a lot of flack because so many commercial growers use it, and everyone just says, "Oh, you get cardboard terps," but I think that's just because it's coming from commercial growers.
Yeah, I agree on that. They're not they're harvesting too early or they're doing
Yeah,
something.
yeah. There's just no soul in their grow.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I
Definitely
think
no soul.
I think that's something you notice in homegrown, like what we've shared with each other is that we care about our plants, and it comes out in the final product.
Yeah, the love definitely shines through.
Yes, absolutely.
I was wanting to know if you are ready for the hot seat.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, every episode we discuss hot topics. Shout out 5-1 Bait for that suggestion. I'm going to give that a shot and see how that works out. So,
Nice.
and I actually added a question since the last episode, so we'll see how that goes. All right, number one. Which band or artist did you see for your first concert and venue?
So I was 13 years old, and music was everything even then when I was a little kid. So my two favorite bands in the world at the time, Guns N' Roses and Nirvana. Both coming to town at the same time. So I finally, convinced my parents to let me go to a concert. I asked them, can I see Guns N' Roses or Nirvana? And they decided that my first concert was going to be Bon Jovi. So that was my first concert, was Bon Jovi, and the Jeff Healey band opened for them at what was at the time called the Rosemont Horizon in Rosemont, Illinois.
Okay.
So yeah, that was my very first, was Bon Jovi.
That's awesome. The number two is the new question. What was your favorite song when you were 16?
16. So at 16, that had to be 100% would be NoFX, The Bruise.
The Bruise. Okay.
It was off their Punk and Drublic album. And at about 16 years old, NoFX became my favorite band. And 39 years later, or 29 years later, something, I'm bad at math. They're still one of my favorite bands. So I guess they made a lasting impression.
Hell yeah, dude. That's great. That's a great answer, sir. All right. Which band or artist has been your favorite to see perform live and the venue?
Okay, that's an easy one. For the past 9 or 10 years, every January, I fly to Estes Park, Colorado. I go see the band Murder by Death. They play 3 to 4 nights at the Stanley Hotel, which is the hotel that Stephen King stayed at, and inspired him to write The Shining. He saw a bunch of ghosts in the hotel. It's very definitely haunted. It has a weird aura around the hotel, but that is my absolute favorite. They have like meet up with friends from all over the world every year. We all fly in to this little mountain town and all have fun for a weekend, hang out, drink whiskey, and do dumb shit.
Yeah, you actually met up with a gromie out there, didn't you?
So last year in YAG, someone posted in their general chat a picture of the poster. Said, anyone by chance going to this? Everyone was like, well, Jay Sa goes every year. So we messaged each other. It was Diabetic. Shout out.
Shout out Diabetic, man.
So we bumped into each other last year. We didn't really get to hang out. Just took a quick picture together. We're like, hey, what's up? It's good to meet you. This year, we were able to coordinate actually getting to meet up. We got to smoke, hung out at the concert. But it was funny. We realized that previous to, meeting on Discord and talking on Discord, we had actually met 5 to 6 years previous and just didn't know it. We had just met each other in passing. And then ran into each other again in Discord, and it was all a cool little circle.
Oh yeah. So glad that y'all got to meet up. I was so jealous to see that picture of y'all on Discord this year. Not gonna lie.
Well, it was funny. We met up at the condo that I rented, and we smoked. And afterwards, we both were like, "Oh shit, we forgot to take a picture with our middle fingers up for everybody."
Right.
So thankfully, we ran into each other again during the show, and were able to get that picture.
Hell yeah. All right, man. So number 4, what was your first cannabis event?
Very first cannabis event in the 90s in Chicago. For some reason, the Park District and the police allowed an event called the Windy City Weed Fest.
Wow.
And Grant Park, where they have Lollapalooza in Chicago, they just roped it off. They called it a protest. And it was just a free for all of people smoking one day a year. They kind of just let it happen, almost like a hash bash type event. It went away pretty quick once people realized what was going on, and it was still the '90s. There was the stigmas,
Absolutely.
but yeah, that was the very first cannabis event I ever went to.
That's fucking awesome. Which cannabis, I'm sorry, number 5, which cannabis event has been your favorite to attend?
I think that's a pretty easy one. You probably could have answered that for me because it was definitely hash bash, and it'll continue to be hash bash every year that we all continue to go.
Absolutely.
I'm a very big fan of traditions, and that's one I hope to add to the traditions.
Yeah, I like your tradition with the murder by death, and
Oh yeah, shout out to the whiskey crew because like I said, it's friends from all over the world who we all get together once, twice a year and make the best of it we can. No
right.
matter what, no matter what's going on in the world, we all get together and have a good time.
Absolutely. All right. Number 6, who is the first growmie you met in the community?
It's got to be probably Badger because I picked him up from his place on the way to Hash Bash. Yeah, I drove from Chicago to Detroit, and then we headed over to Ann Arbor. And yeah, definitely it's got to be Badger outside of meeting Diabetic in brief, but I don't think that one counts.
It counts. You did meet somebody from the community, whether you didn't realize it or not.
We just didn't know we were part of the community yet.
You're right. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll give you those two for sure. Let's see. Number 7, which growmie from the community are you looking forward to meeting?
I got to say Blackwater.
Yeah, Blackwater.
Blackwater Grows is definitely someone I think I would enjoy hanging out and smoking with, getting into trouble.
Yeah, Blackwater's fun. He's a very fun guy to hang out with for sure.
Green Guy, of course. That's an obvious answer.
Yeah, the green guy's my number 1. I'm looking forward to the meeting.
Yeah, you got to meet Blackwater on your travels last year, which is pretty dope.
Hell yeah, Dave. That was fucking awesome. Heading over yonder to hang out with him.
I think it is awesome that you dedicate so much time to traveling and making the full circle on all of these connections that we've all made, and friendships that we've made, but being able to not just talk on our phones, but actually face to face get to meet it. It makes those friendships even more stronger.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Discord's the key, but the meeting up in person is the more important part.
Oh yeah,
Even
absolutely.
even if it's for just for a few hours, we'll still talk about that shit forever.
Oh, absolutely. Future events. I know there's the Keefy Cannabis. I'm going to try to make it down to that.
Mm-hmm.
To hang out with Back Nine. And yeah, it is inspiring to get me, travel more and meet more of the growmies while I'm out.
Oh yeah, I'm glad to hear that, sir. I appreciate you sharing that with me. So number 8, which event or location would you like to attend with your fellow growmie? Like somewhere you've never been before.
Really, anywhere in a mountain. If there was a cannabis event in the mountains, I think that would be the perfect place. Just because mountains make me happy.
Mountains make me happy too. I would fucking love that, dude. We could come up with an event and do something like that.
Me and my wife talk all the time. That's where we're destined.
Oh yeah,
to live in the mountains, somewhere quiet, but close enough to civilization that I can still do things. Give me 10 years, we'll have a mountain event coming.
100%, sir. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is upcoming events. You and I have an upcoming event together at Hash Fest 2025.
Yes, sir.
Like we've discussed before. It is the first weekend of April every year, so Friday through Sunday. So if any growmies out there wanting to meet up, hit me up, DM, whatever.
Yeah, I know 417 and Outcast, I believe, are coming.
Yep.
I know Grateful's trying to make it happen. I know sadly Rudy can't make it this year, but I think we're getting most of the band back together. I'm not sure if TN is going to make it.
Yeah, I believe he's going to come up with. I think we're going to do Convoy again this year.
Awesome.
Or, yeah. Either that, he's going to ride with me. I'm not sure how it's going to work out, but yeah, we'll definitely make it work out this year.
Perfect.
Hell yeah.
We have in September will be Alabrie's birthday pop up and the YAG 2-year anniversary meetup. They're going to do it in Chicago this year. So I'm very much looking forward to that one.
Hell yeah. I am as well. So that way we get to hang out again, brother.
Exactly.
Hey, hell yeah, dude. That's fucking awesome. Well, the other thing I was going to talk about is I got a birthday bash coming up. I'm doing a little birthday bash in Gatlinburg.
Ooh, what is that?
February 22nd.
We could definitely see what could happen.
Right.
But with the new job, days off are scarce.
I understand, sorry.
But yeah, that would definitely, because I definitely want to take my wife to Gatlinburg.
Oh yeah.
I've heard how beautiful it is.
Yeah, it's nice. So if you're staying in the Gatlinburg area, Pigeon Forge, it is a little bit more expensive. You can stay outside of there. There's some of the areas that got hit recently from the hurricanes. It's actually a little bit cheaper to stay out in those areas. You do have to drive. You do have to drive past like some of the damage and stuff, but yeah, those cabins out there. I mean, it's about an hour drive. That's the only thing, but it's an hour drive through the mountains, and it's absolutely breathtaking the whole way there and back. So it's not that big a deal. It's nothing really to complain about.
No, driving, like I said, I love mountains, and driving through the mountains is one of my favorite things to do.
Right. Yeah. Speaking of mountains, I know you like going out to Colorado. Now it's no comparison really to the Rockies. I mean, the Rockies are majestic of their own, but these are great mountains. Don't get me wrong; they're absolutely beautiful. I love the Appalachian Mountains. Wouldn't mind living there one day.
We didn't make it into the Appalachians, but me and my wife went down to Tennessee for a concert to see Murder by Death again. They played in the caves.
Oh, the caverns.
The caverns, yes.
Yeah.
And that's even just the hills of Tennessee, and that was absolutely breathtaking as well.
I have yet to go there. I want to go. There's a bunch of good concerts, or really really good concerts there.
Oh yeah, they have a lot. Murder by Death is playing again this 4th of July weekend. I don't think we'll make it this year, but next year we'll be back down there.
Gotcha.
And hopefully one of these years I'll finally make it to Muddy Roots because
yeah.
Shout out to my homie Grow Some Grass. He's been trying to get me to go to Muddy Roots almost since the very first year. He tells me how great it is, how much I love it, and I just haven't made it happen yet.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely need to come down, man. That'd be great. You're more than welcome to stay at my place too.
Awesome. Yeah, because I'm not a big fan. I'm not going to lie. I'm a big fan of modern conveniences. Mm-hmm. I don't like tents. I don't like sleeping on the ground. I like beds or couches.
All right. Yeah, I will admit, I did drive back and forth to Muddy Roots because I do like sleeping in my bed and having the shower and.
Exactly. Modern conveniences are nice.
Yeah, and it's only like an hour and maybe 40 minutes from my house to Muddy Roots.
Oh yeah, that's not bad. My thought was finding a hotel nearby, like stay there most of the time, but when I need to get out and clean myself and use a real toilet.
Right. Absolutely. All right, so something I was wanting to bring up too. Like I was telling you before, my birthday's coming up on February 22nd. But instead of receiving gifts, I'm going to give back to the community. We're going to be doing a T-shirt giveaway on the Grateful Nerd Discord. It's going to be a Discord exclusive only. So if you want a shirt, you got to join the Discord. I guess I'm going to get him to put the link into the descriptions below. That way you could join. We're going to start it on February 1st, 2025, and it's going to go until February 22nd at 2:22 p.m. 2 people are going to be eligible to win a shirt each.
Very
So,
cool.
yeah. So anybody that's looking to join Discord, join a community of like-minded growers, please come our way.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, shout out to just the Discord community as a whole, because I don't think I would still be growing if it weren't for Discord.
Yeah,
You know, when I joined, I was struggling. I was growing stuff that was barely smokable to where now I'm growing phenomenal plants, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And yeah, without the community, that it just works so well, and if you have a problem, there's hundreds of people willing to help you get past those problems and become a better grower.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we have some knowledgeable people in this community. One of the things I am grateful for is everybody's eager to help. You know, really enjoy that. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess this is the end. I'll just go ahead and thank you, Jason, for joining me today.
Oh no, thank you so much for having me. Thank you for everything you do for the community. It's very much appreciated from not just me, but a lot of people out there.
Oh yeah, dude, I appreciate that, sir. Would you like to shout out your socials, sir?
I don't even know my socials. If you search JSA, let me pull it up. I'm sorry.
Nah, that's no big deal.
Oh, so it's J _ SA79. Yeah, follow me on Discord. It's pictures of my plants, my travels, and my dogs.
Yeah, your dogs are awesome.
Yeah, shout out to Franklin and Frederick.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, everyone listening and watching, thank you. I hope you're out there having a wonderful time. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, brother. You have a wonderful time too.
Thank you, sir.